digital marketing consultant with more than 25 years of experience. She has planned some of the country's most notable events, including the nationally televised historic Ebenezer Baptist Church's election night coverage of President Barack Obama, the memorial service of Coretta Scott King, and the 50th anniversary of Martin Luther King's March on Washington. Further, Glenda has helped pastors produce logistical plans and playbooks for some of the most noted and fruitful religious conferences held in the U.S., including the Kingdom Conference, which was used as a business model to form MegaFest. Also recognized for creating arts and entertainment productions, Glenda has collaborated with several acclaimed visual, performing, music, literary artists and producers, including fine artist Annie Lee, actor and fine artist Billy D. Williams, founder of Trumpet Awards Zernona Clayton, and Kathy Hughes, founder of TV One, Radio and Urban One. Glenda has also collaborated and/or served under some of the country's most acclaimed religious leaders, including Bishop Walter Thomas, Reverend Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Bishop Paul Morton, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Bishop Eddie Long, Dr. Brad Braxton, and Dr. Raphael Warnock, to name a few. During her tenure in this field, Glenda has developed relationships with more than 1,000 churches as well as an accomplished network of ministers, communicators, audio-visual service providers, meeting planners, and public relations specialists, enabling her to provide her clients with a network of experts positioned to attach her clients to the audiences they are seeking to serve. Realizing the marketing landscape was changing in 2009, Glenda set out to learn digital marketing strategies that would assist pastors and small business owners in navigating the online space and introduce them to digital marketing platforms and strategies. To date, Glenda has coached more than 100 small business owners to navigate the online brand management and digital marketing space and dedicates 1 hour each week to answer questions any small business owner or church leader may have through her popular YouTube show, Coffee with Glenda and Friends. Today, Glenda is considered an expert in the field of online digital brand management and marketing and is sought out by many to provide keynote speeches, e-church training, and workshops. And, through her firm, O Taste & See Marketing and Productions, Glenda provides online marketing, CTV media buys, and digital marketing SEO management services. The firm's focus is to assist clients in increasing revenues, decreasing expenses, and expanding their customer and/or donor bases. Glenda will be joining us shortly to answer any questions you have. But before we start the show, just a few housekeeping items. 1. Grab your coffee and your questions, and if watching from YouTube, place your questions in the chat box and Glenda will attempt to answer as many as possible. If we miss your questions, please feel free to come back to the replay and enter your question in the comment box, as Glenda always answers all comments. 2. At the conclusion of each show, Glenda will create a how-to video detailing the most interactive or asked questions during the show. This content will be exclusively for subscribers who have a paid subscription. Click on Join to learn about the perks of becoming a paid subscriber of Glenda's YouTube channel, including being featured as a co-host on a live Coffee with Glenda and Friends show. Okay, I believe that's it. Let's start the show.
Listen up, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, YouTube and Facebook world. Are you ready to have coffee with Glenda and friends? Let's go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
It's still the best.
And good morning, friends. Happy Monday. Happy spring. I'm so glad that it's springtime. A little over a week ago, we had real bad snow and everything else going on. And we had a beautiful, beautiful weekend on this weekend in this part of America. I am joined today with one of my dear friends, Pat Johnson. She is the owner of Scripted Tiles by Paige. You can visit her website at paigedesigns.com. And Pat is an inspiration to me, and I would say an inspiration to the world. She actually creates inspirational scripts on beautiful tiles. So I can talk about it, but Pat, I'm going to let you do your own little introduction and say hello to the world as everybody starts to jump in.
Hello again. My name is Pat Johnson, owner of Scripted Tiles by Paget, and we make a variety of coasters, plaques, trivets, and clocks embellished with inspirational quotes and uplifting verses. And we also do an exclusive line of sorority and fraternity products. We love customizing, and we can't wait for you to take a look at our products. Thank you so much, Glenda, for having me on the show
Oh,
today.
oh, always, always. Pat and I have been working together for many years, and Pat has evolved. One thing that I love about Pat is the fact that she moves when trends move. And she started her website years ago, years before there was a Shopify and Facebook shop. Pat created a website, and Page Designs have been in the game now for a minute, and they have realized that the competition is getting tough. So Pat is not only does she do large venues. So if you have a event and you're looking for vendors to support that event, please do reach out to Pat at pajdesigns.com, or what is it, Pat at pajdesigns.com.
No, it's Pat at Paget Designs with the S
Mm-hmm.
dot com.
Yeah, and she will definitely look at your opportunity. Now, don't be contacting Pat if you only got 50 people and you want 100 vendors to come, because we all know that you can't have too many vendors if your audience is small. But she does do vending events,
Yes.
and as well as Pat, you have you started, or will you be starting your um, gift away Wednesdays?
Yes, I will be starting my gift away Wednesday in the near future, but I do give out emails to let my contacts know when that will be. So if you would like to be a part of my gift away Wednesdays, just send me your email address via my website, and we can put you in the loop to let you know when we will be back on.
Very good. So that is all about Pat and Paget Designs. If you want to see more of her work, or you can also visit her YouTube channel so that you can see her in action. Pat does a great, great live show. Um, Pat, if you could, what's your YouTube channel?
Script Two Towels by Paget. That's SCRIPT, the number two, the word towels, TILES, by Paget, PAJE. Mm-hmm.
And Pat, do you have, just so that for the audience, like we know some of us that are normals here, they know you, they're familiar with you, but some are joining us for the first time. Do you have a sample of your work that you can share?
Yes, in fact, I'm going to be sharing this on my website. This, I'm hoping that you can
Just
see.
back up just a little bit.
Okay, let's
Now
see.
come over. All right. We can see a
Oh
little bit.
man.
But we can go to your website, right? Time
Yes.
spent with
This
family.
is
There
one
we
of
go. We
the
can see it.
we can this is a photo clock. At the top it has time spent with family is worth every second. And the photo is at the bottom where you can put your photo, your family photo in.
Now, do
Hope,
we submit
yeah.
the photo to you and you just embed it?
Actually, no. I will send them the photo plaque comes off. When I send them the plaque, they can put their own photo in.
Oh, now how does the
It,
photo attach?
it attaches with Velcro dots.
Now, do you give them the dots, or
No, it all comes attached. So when they get their products, all they have to do is take
picture and slide it in?
plexiglass frame off, put their picture in, and attach it back to the plaque, and you'll have a gift.
Wow. Now, how much is
Yeah.
that? That make a great Mother's Day gift.
Right. I'm going to be having a sale. It regularly sells for, with the clock and the photo, it regularly sells for $24.95. But for Mother's Day, I'm sorry, $34.95.
Wow, that's
And
a
for
good.
Mother's Day, I'm
'Cause I
going
was
to
gonna say for $24. Okay, I'm
$24.95, and for Mother's Day it will be $34.95, and for Mother's Day it will be $29.99, and
Well, you
that'll
know
be a
that
Mother's Day sale.
that is a wonderful,
Time
wonderful.
spent with family is worth every second, and it could be a Mother's Day gift for a mom or an aunt who is a mom,
Right.
or someone who is a mother figure,
And if
because
we
it
had
involves.
guests that wanted to purchase that today, where would they go?
They would go to my website, pageadesigns.com, and they
Okay.
could order it. But I would need for them to give me at least a day to upgrade it to the sale. So after today, they can go on.
Okay.
After
And all
today.
right. Okay.
Hmm.
Or you can go on and she can give you a credit if you want.
Exactly. Yes.
If
Yes.
you car, you can go in a day and she'll give you a credit to make sure you get your credit.
Right. Give me a call if you have any problems. I'm here
Wait,
for
and
you.
they can they reach you? Is this the number? Not 443 9.
98 980-7657.
And for our viewers who are not in America, they can just send an email
Yes, exactly.
to pat@pagedesigns.com.
Yes, yes, that would be
Okay.
great. Thank you, Glenda.
You are so welcome. Thank you, Pat. That makes a great Mother's Day gift. If I knew that my mother had more space, I would definitely get that for her. I don't think my mother has space to put any other knickknack, but she loves a good cup of coffee. So Pat also has some beautiful, beautiful trivets. And so I would definitely be
Coasters,
checking
yeah.
out. Yeah, the
I
coaster.
just wanted to also mention the clock. You can hang or sit it in an easel. You could do either or.
Oh,
Hmm.
how much
Yeah.
is the easel?
The easel is $5 more. It's only $5 more,
And
and it's
all
a
of that's
nice.
on the website, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. Hello, I'm Pika Pika. Thank you for joining us. I also want to do a shout out to our co-host member Sharon Turner. I don't want to speak it too loud. She's at work and sneaking in on her break. I want to do a shout out to our members Stephanie Solomon, Erica Sprill, Sunny Rose, and so many of you who have supported this endeavor. I am glad that you are being blessed by it. I'm still trying to get you guys to use the comments, the live chat. I get it. You don't like using live chat. And I am trying to keep up with your comments and your emails. But it does help when you engage a little live. But I get it, especially those of you who are outside of America. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate that you appreciate that we translate our videos so that you will be able to understand it in your language. So just a few housekeeping tips. If you have any type of questions, you can enter them in one of three ways. If you have an immediate question, you can put it in the chat box. And if we have time today, then I will try to answer your question. You can also come back during the replay. Once the live is over, you can enter a comment and put your questions in the comment. I do try to answer all of the questions that are in the comment. I use a lot of the questions to help me build materials for the classes. Don't think that your question is stupid or dumb, because if it's a question to you, it's a question to somebody else. So don't think that, that your question that might not be good enough to ask, because all questions are important. And 9 times out of 10, if you have the question, then 100 other people have the same question that you have. So we do utilize this time so that you can get your questions answered for free. I also offer one free consultation for those of you that are within America. You can go to my email, glendaboone.com, and click on the Let's Talk button to schedule your private conversation. If you are outside of America, you can still utilize the schedule appointment. In the notes section, just indicate um, your Skype address, and or we can utilize the Zoom platform. But either way, whether you're in America or outside America, you can still get your consultation. And yes, we do work with companies that are outside of the United States of America. Now, all the information that I give you here today during this hour is complimentary. Now, there is what I normally do is take some information from questions that I've received over the last week or through emails, and I create what's called how-to videos. And these videos are answers to most asked questions that people are having today. That information is available to our paid subscribe members. That membership starts at $2.99. And at the $6.99 membership per month, you get access to those how-to videos. So during our time together on Mondays, I tell you what to do, and the how-to videos take you step by step on how to do it. So it goes a little bit deeper and showing you step by step how to do it. I also share all the resources that I use so that you can purchase or you can obtain. A lot of the resources are free. So you can get that information as well on how you can build your business. A lot of you have asked me what program, what recording am I using to do the show. I will put the name of that in that is StreamYard, and I will make sure that I have a link to StreamYard at the end of this video. I do ask that you use my affiliate link if possible. Affiliate simply means that companies will pay you a small reward for referring business to them. So I do ask that if you do decide to try out StreamYard, that you would utilize the affiliate link that I placed you in it. Not sponsoring, not saying you have to, but if you do, I would greatly appreciate if you would utilize that particular link. So the program that I'm using, so that everyone understands it, it's called StreamYard. The cameras that I use, the lights that I use, all of that, I have my studio up on Amazon, and everything I'm using, my green screen, how I get the pictures up, all of that can be found on my Amazon channel, and I will put that in the box for you. So I try to be completely as transparent as I possibly can during this hour. And for anything other than that, I do ask that you consider getting the nominal membership fees. The $24.99 allows you to become a co-host. You can come on anytime you like, as often as you like. Like Miss Pat, this is about exposing your business. So you will have co-host rights. And when you are available, first we'll give you a feature show. And a lot of you are scared. I get that. I've talked to many of you and you're like, well, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Miss Pat, you can speak to that. How
I
long?
certainly can. It was a minute before I decided to just go whole hog, but you just have to do it. And the more that you do it, the more comfortable you'll become.
Right. So everybody's waiting. I get that. I've had some consultations and you all say the same thing. Well, Glenda, I just want to do this first. I just want to get that straight first. But sometimes, like Miss Pat said, you just got to do it. But in any case, that is what the co-host level award you to do. We tried to make the membership program as affordable as possible. Why are we doing this? Well, for 10 years, I had a pro bono mentoring program where I mentored two small business owners. But when COVID hit, we had to pivot a little bit and put more concentration on business development. And so we decided to narrow it down and to just work with select few individuals on a Zoom platform. So every Monday for a year and a half, I worked with a group of individuals, mentoring to them, and it was quite a success. So we wanted to expand it a little bit, and that is why we're here on YouTube now, and we're bringing it to the world. And it's been a tremendous blessing for us. And I'm glad from the feedback that I'm getting that's a tremendous blessing for many of you. So that is my why. That is why we do this every week, and we are here for you. In whatever matter that you're comfortable with, you can send me an email at support@otastency Marketing and Productions, or you can set up for a private consultation. You can come back to the replay and put your questions and or your comments. And if you're brave enough, you can even put your question in the live chat. So with that being said, Miss Pat, I think I hit all of the buttons. I'm
I
going
think
to
you
ask
did.
Pat if you would keep check for me
Hmm.
on the comments section. I do
Okay.
want to do a shout out to my dear friend Ledley. Ledley is also, she's one of us. Thank you, Ledley, for being on Coffee with us today. Looking forward to having you. Ledley is the jewelry lady. I call her the jewelry lady to the stars. Ledley sold jewelry to everybody and anybody, and so I hope to have her on with us very soon, and she can do a mini show for us. So, Miss Pat, unless you have anything, I'm going to get right into the lesson today. I do
Okay.
want to talk to you a little bit when we get to the content marketing about what you did over the weekend. We were sharing while we were back in the back end of the studio before we came on live, and she was telling me how she did a wonderful outdoor event. And I know a lot of you are starting to now to a lot of you are starting to think about doing outside shows. And so Pat,
Okay.
you can speak to that. All right.
You want me to start now? Hello. I did an outside show yesterday. Actually, it was not outside. It was inside a wonderful facility. It was the Black Mart, and it featured um, basically Black businesses. And I was so excited to be a part of that because it just spoke to our culture and what we needed in our life, and in terms of healthcare, um, skincare, Black art. It was all Black, and this is a once a month um, uh, show that comes on. Did you want me to start right now, Glenda, telling you about
Yeah,
about?
yeah, that's fine. But Miss Pat, let me ask you. I want to get into because our class today is going to be talking about content marketing.
Right, right.
So I do want to. I do want you. I do want to ask some questions if I can from you, because a lot of people think, okay, it was a great show, but they don't because if they made sales and they made more than what they paid to do the show, then they think that that was a great show. So I do want to break down for people to understand really how to determine whether or not a show was profitable for you because you say it's every month. So you want to determine now, you're at the part at the end of the show, do I want to continue? Do I want to move forward and do this every month? And so there's some real hard numbers that you have to look at to do that. But part of what you were doing Monday is part of what we call content marketing. So, Miss Pat, I want to start off with what happened when a person first came up to your booth.
Um, First, I greeted them,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried to get them to tell me, what they were interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I did first. And most of them, I give them a second to kind of browse the display,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll approach them. And if they're really interested in something, and yesterday I was really, it was an inventory sale. I had a lot of things in my house I was trying to get rid of. And so I put all of my coasters on sale for $19. And my coasters are regularly $24 and $29. So I had all of the coasters for $19. So when I told them that, they just perked up and they began to look. And that was a good thing that I did because
Okay,
I really sold a lot.
okay. So when they came, when a person came up, you didn't try to sell them right away.
No, I tried to find out what they wanted and I went from there.
Okay.
Hmm.
So one of the things when people say, what is content marketing? So I want to give you a full definition, audience, of exactly what content marketing is so that you can understand it in the context by which you are marketing your service or selling your products. And basically, content marketing is a strategic approach. Okay, it's very strategic and it's focused on creating and distributing valuable and relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. And there we go again with that clearly defined audience. And what do we talk about? We talk about what? Your target audience. And how do we get our target audience? By doing market research. So once you have your clearly defined audience, and it ultimately drives a profitable customer action. Now, so we're going to go way back now, Miss Pat. Your content is a multiple of things. Your content is the clock, okay? It's your products, but it is also the way your approach to selling that product. So most people think their content is it's the clock, it's the product, it's the service. But the content is all the ways and everything you go about your strategic approach, okay, to making that customer take action. And what is the action? Buying the clock. Okay. So today you used content marketing in order to promote the clock.
Mm-hmm.
So we were doing content marketing, YouTube family. We were doing that this morning as Miss Pat was communicating to you what she was doing. I was being very strategic in the approach by which I was asking her the questions. She didn't even know she was doing content marketing. Okay. So a lot of people think content marketing is I got to go up and do selfies 50 times a day. That's all part of it. Okay. It's all part of your marketing, your content. Now, the reason I asked about the live event is because you have competitors. You weren't the only vendor there, correct?
No, several.
So your content marketing actually starts when you're setting up your booth. Okay.
Oh, wow.
What makes, I always, when you do a trade show, you want to work that room. Who has the best looking booth? What is it about this booth that made me want to go to it? So I will walk the floor. But what is it about their booth that made me want to go to it? That's the first step of content marketing.
Okay.
Making sure that your booth, making sure that it's attractable, making sure that it is going to create something relevant to the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your location of your booth is very important before you even put the $75, $100, $200, whatever the booth cost is. You want to know where you're going to be located. Because if you're located near the restroom and I'm walking, chances are I'm not really trying to come to your booth. I'm trying to get to the restroom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you are the first booth, the very first booth, when people come, chances are I'm going to come back. I'm going to look around first and I'll come back.
Right.
So somewhere in that middle.
That's where I was.
In the middle.
I was in the middle.
You want what's called a corner space. Because people turn corners. So it's high traffic. And people will tend to look over. If they're on a corner, they'll look over and see what you have. So where you're placing your content is very, very important. So content is just not videos. It's just not blog posts. Okay. Content marketing is done in all parts of the sales phase. Now, I think it's great the way you introduce. The worst thing you can do is ask people, what do you see you like?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of vendors make, hi, how are you? You see anything you like? You're selling them before you've even bought you even built the relationship.
Right.
First of all, you're not selling. You're developing a relationship. You're offering the end result is the product. You want people to like, trust, and then they buy from you.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I normally ask them is, do you need a gift idea? Because I want them to know that they can use my products for something that they need. Because I always remember you saying, um, your customer is looking for how you can help them.
How you can
So
help.
if I can help them with a gift idea, if I can help them with filling up a little knickknack in their home, if I can help them feeling an inspirational feeling when they look at my plaque, when they wake up in the morning and it's sitting on their countertop, all of these things are how my product can help them.
Right.
So,
And when they're in when someone's walking past your booth, I think a hi, welcome to my space is fine. Hi, welcome to my space. Nothing else. Because
mm-hmm.
they're getting, trust me, they're getting that you see something you like from all the other vendors that are there. So just to
Okay.
hear, hi, welcome to my space, that's different. And that
Mm-hmm.
makes me like that you didn't just try to storm something down my throat.
Okay.
That's making me like you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another way to promote your content could be if they came past and you're at a trade show, if they came past your table, they liked something. If they stopped, they liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So what might be better instead of telling them, pushing them towards a gift, because they may not want a gift, they may want it for themselves.
Right.
So one suggestion could be, what is it that attracted you on this table?
Oh, okay.
What is it that attracted you to this table? So that's another way of finding out what they want. And then once they tell you what they liked, what attracted them to that table, then you can zoom in on that particular piece.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's one of my favorites as well. By the way, I have a great story behind this piece when I was creating it. So now
Oh, okay.
you're telling them a story about what it is. You're doing content marketing.
Okay. I think you're right because I had one customer who was looking at my scriptural coaster sets, and I imparted into her how I was sitting on the couch one day and how God inspired me to start doing his scriptures in a creative way. And she just listened and she just loved it. And she ended up buying, and she told me I was an inspiration to her.
Right.
So this was all, you're right, exactly.
Right. So this is all I'd like to give you. I mean, I can give you fancy examples and textbooks and all of that, guys, but you can go to Google and get all that information. When you come here, I try to give you relevant examples that you'll be able to comprehend and take back with you. So in your content marketing, first of all, understand content marketing is more than just a blog post or video post or something of that nature. When you do shows like this, right now, Miss Pat is doing content marketing. Okay. Right now, we have hundreds of people that are on the show. This show is going to be evergreen. Okay. By the time we get to the next week sometime, there will be thousands of people who have watched this show.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the time we get to next year, it'll be even more people because it's content and it's relevant to what some people are going to want. And so guess what? Whether they watch this show right now, whether they watch it next week, whether they watch it next year, as long as Miss Pat keeps her website, she keeps her phone number the same, guess what? She has an opportunity to be able to market products. So this has nothing to do, content marketing has nothing to do with selling the product. Okay, that's part of the sales process. Selling the
Mm-hmm.
product is the final step. You have
Oh,
several things you have to do to get up before you actually click the button to make the sale. And so in your case, Miss Pat, what we did was we lured them over to your booth. We asked them what attracted them to getting there. We told them a story, which is content. We found out what they wanted. We told them a story, and then we sell the product.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's a big help. Thank you so much for that.
All right. So I hope that that has helped a lot of you in the area of content marketing, and we'll get, and it's something to probably come to my mind, I'm sure, before we get off for today. But I do want to get into the SEO. A lot of you had questions about search engine optimization, so I'm going to share that. That's going to be my question of the week. Is, can you help me understand what SEO is and how it works? All right, Miss Pat, do you have any idea? And it's fine if you don't, but because most people don't. Do you know what SEO is?
Yes, it's trying to get your product or your website when people click on certain words or something that they're looking for, and you have it on your website comes up as one of the first, second, third, fourth links for them to see. So you're up high on the totem pole in the search engine.
Very good. So when you Google something, if you were Googling something, you would put something in a search bar, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that is the number one search engine is Google. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So people are familiar with Google, they're familiar with Yahoo, they're familiar with Bing, but there are actually hundreds of search engines that are available. A lot of you, especially those of you who are not, who are viewing from my non-American audience, you found me from a not Google or Yahoo or Bing, but an international type search engine. So it is very, very important that a lot of people ask me, why can't I get people to my website? You know, I do all of this, but I can't get traffic. It all starts with search engine optimization. And that is like, it's like the answer machine. Okay. Millions of people on a daily basis, they're entering in a question, and we call this a query. Okay. And then what we call crawlers and spiders. They comb billions of pieces of web content, and they review hundreds of factors to determine, does this content answer the question that this user put in? Okay, so that's what delivers the result. A user puts in certain type of content, and remember we talked about content marketing. They put in certain type of content, and what Google and all these other search engines do is they comb billions of records, and they try to deliver what closely match what they were looking for. So if someone was looking for inspirational tiles, Miss Pat,
Mm-hmm.
they would type in the Google search engine inspirational tiles.
Mm-hmm.
So the search engine is going to pull up as close to inspirational tiles as possible. We call that a keyword. If someone was looking for inspirational tiles for Mother's Day, we call that a long tail keyword. And that is, they're looking for an inspirational tile, but they want it for Mother's Day. So if I am doing a post on Facebook, or if I am doing a YouTube live, and I do the post and I'm promoting my YouTube live, or I'm in the description, I am going to put what?
Inspirational
Tiles is going to be a keyword, but another keyword would be what?
Mother's Day.
Inspirational tiles for Mother's Day, inspirational
Yes.
tiles by Mother's Day, inspirational tiles for Mother's Day 2022. So when you get search engines, okay, you are trying to, when you're creating your content, You're trying to make sure that you're using keywords that are relevant. Remember what we talked about, what I said what content marketing was. They're relevant to what it is your ideal customer, your persona that you found out. How do you know your persona? Because you did your market research. Now, if you haven't done your market research, family, you want to go back and watch the videos that I did on doing market research. You want to become a paid subscribing member and get that free tool that I use. And I strongly suggest everybody do this. If you don't do anything else in business, you got to know who your customer is. So you want to make sure that you get those free tools and you determine who your persona is. Then everything you create, all your content is going to be geared around this persona. And that's when you'll start getting traffic because you will be delivering messages that are relevant to what people want. But you have to do it in a way you deliver your content that is different. Okay. I have a friend and I hopefully she'll be on with us soon. She's the jewelry lady. She is hilarious. She delivers. She is very real. She really sells. Anybody can buy jewelry, but they're buying jewelry from her, okay, because of the content, the way she puts her content out. They like and they trust her. So she has a very niche audience, the type of people that she looks for and her personas that's going to come if she goes through this process are people who like to have fun, not like people who like to buy jewelry, but people who like engaging content. So that doing that and finding who your persona is really helps you to guide you into creating the content that your persona wants. But then, guys, you got to be consistent with it. You got to be consistent with it. I was sitting here trying to figure out, well, how am I going to do my coffee with live if I'm going to be on vacation? But I had to figure that out because that's not my persona's problem. That's my problem. So I figured I would do premieres. Okay. So it would still come on live. I would just have to pre-record, but nonetheless, I got to make sure that I'm consistent in my delivery. All right. So does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Glenda, can you tell us how to get these free tools that you're talking about?
Yes, you can go. Well, in the paid member section, the members only section, I list all of those tools. So if you're a member, you get them for free.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just sign up. You go on the YouTube page, Glenda Boone, youtube.com. I'll put it up for you. Glenda Boone. And just click on the join button. You'll see that on the front of my page. Click on join and it'll tell you the membership levels. Click that on and then you'll get immediate access to all of those tools.
And Glenda, you do have a question that says, can you put up your email?
Yes, I put that up.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay. So that's the YouTube channel, but you're on the YouTube channel now. So before you leave, most of you, before you leave, you can just click on the join button. All right. So different types of content, guys, are web pages, pictures, videos, so on, but it's also live. And this is where a lot of people miss the boat. When you're doing live events, you're doing content marketing. And if you do it really good, you will get sales and you will get leads. I guarantee you. And sometimes the leads are better than sales. Okay. All right. Now this will give you a sample. You probably can't see this too good, but the query or the question is church marketing today. All right. So when you go to Google, you put in a question, church marketing today. Google is going to deliver you a page full of ads. Okay. Now, a page full of results. We call these search engine results or SERPs. Now, the first 4 or 5 are ads. So unless you're paying, you're never going to be like the top one, unless there's no ad at all, and then your stuff comes up one. But 9 times out of 10, they'll have the ads up front, because at the end of the day, Google is about
Making
advertising.
money. Yeah.
Right. So Google needs you and me to feed it content. Okay, so all of our content on all of these search engines, they need us, because they need we are Google's customer. Okay, so Google delivers us to their advertisers. So you want to make sure that when you're creating your videos, when you're creating your blog posts, your Facebook posts, because all of that counts as content. If someone is out looking for church marketing today, then you want to, if you're doing a video on church marketing, then one of your keywords is going to be what?
Church marketing. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you all, and normally, I give you in the paid member section, you have I go into deeper about these keywords, and I even share with you a free tool to use to give you the keywords, to make it so much easier for you to do it. Because you can put keywords in here and they're just crazy. And if you don't know what people are searching for, that hurts you as well. So you can get frustrated because you're putting in what you think people might be putting in. But there are tools out there that will allow you they will actually do it for you, tell you what keywords work for what. So in the paid member section, there is a tool on that. On SEO, it goes into a little bit greater detail than what we can go through today. But if you don't want to do that, you want to do it on your own, the bottom page where it says people also ask, that's also an idea where you can get keywords. But you have to make sure, okay, one, how you market to a church. Does your content speak to how you market to a church? If it doesn't, you cannot use this. Or you can create some content around this, because Google has already told you, guess what? A lot of people are searching for this. Okay? So you can look at the bottom of the page and pretty much get an idea of how to do the search engine optimization. Okay? Now, a lot of people ask, well, how do you get, Glenda, on page 1? I'm very consistent. I make sure that my content is very targeted. I make sure I use keywords in everything that I do. And I have a lot of content out there. You have to be consistent in what you're doing. Even if it's turning on once a day, or going on live, or going on YouTube, or you have to be consistent. The more consistent you are with your content marketing, and the more disciplined you are with the way you market it, with your search engines, with your titles, with your descriptions, then you will get to that particular place. Now, when you're ranking for keywords, okay? So I may not rank on church marketing today, but I rank on my name, or I rank in another area. So when you're doing keywords, you're ranking for that particular keyword. Make sense, Miss Pat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a question. I have a Wix, a website, and I do my emails. Would that count with Google with the SEO? No,
No,
the
because of
website. That's a private thing.
right.
Okay.
But you could do if you have a Wix website, you could do a blog. You could make that email. You can turn on your blog option. I think they have a blog. And you can take that same email and make it a blog post.
Oh.
Now, instead of tags, they call them tags. On YouTube, they call it tag. But that's a keyword. That's where, in the tag section of YouTube, is where you will put your keywords. On your website, you will see something that says SEO. That's where you will put your keywords for your website. There's always places, and then if you're on Facebook, you would just make sure that those keywords were inside of your post, and you can hashtag the keyword.
And now I never really understood hashtag. Can you explain
Hashtag
hashtag?
works like a keyword. If you hashtag scripted tiles right now, if you go to Instagram and you put in search bar hashtag inspirational tiles, you will see where a group of people are talking about inspirational tiles. So if you create a post and you put hashtag inspirational tiles, your post will be categorized in with that group.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that's how it connects.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Okay.
kind of like Instagram version of keywords.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. And then just so that, people understand it is, how is it that people can get on page one? Mostly because a lot of people don't do this. So even though there are billions of records out there, there's not many people. First of all, search engine optimization is very, very tedious work. I do suggest you could do some of it on your own as far as your posts, but as far as your website and getting it going, I definitely think that you should have it professionally done. And to make sure, especially to make sure you'll get, some people have beautiful websites, they're just not in the search directories at all. So if you're not in the search directory, if you put your website into the search bar and it says no records found or something else comes up, that means that you are not in the search engines.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in the search engines, you're not going to be part of this 186 billion first records. That's what search engine optimization does. Then there's a part called list building, list directories. The list directories make sure that your name is in other search engines, not just Google, Yahoo, and Bing. There's Yelp. There's Around Me. There's so many, especially if you're in a restaurant business, you definitely have to be, or service industry, car washes, stuff like that. You definitely have to be in Yelp. So when you are a paid subscriber, no matter what level, you get instant access to a free snapshot report of your business and how it looks online. We give you that so that we can determine where you are, because before anybody starts working with you, you need to know where you are. Are you even there? Then we need to make sure you're in the search engine directories, and then we need to make sure that we're building your list so that you can be found. That's all part. These people can't crawl you if you're not in there. Make sense?
Yes.
So unless you're there, they can't find you. So that is how search engine optimization works. That gives you a brief overview to learn how to do it in more detail and to get the free tool. Again, it's in the members only section. You can just click join and learn more information about that. And I am very proud to say that we are right on time today, Miss Pat.
Yes.
Unless you have something you want to close us out with, we are going to end for today.
I really enjoyed the show and all of the information that you have imparted every time you talk, Glenda. Your words are like gold. Business gold. So thank you so much for all of your wisdom and imparting such good, valuable information to business owners.
You are more than welcome. And once again, if you are interested in, Miss Pat, can you put up one more time your product that you have for sale for Mother's Day? And
Yeah. My time spent with family is worth every second. And it is a photo clock. It comes with the battery, and it comes with a plexiglass photo frame that you can detach and attach back to your plaque. So we will send this to you. All you have to do is put your picture in. It hangs on the wall, or you can sit it in an easel.
Okay.
Great Mother's Day gift.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Pat.
And you
thank
can find it on my website, PageAdesigns.com.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this week's Coffee With. Have a fabulous week, and we'll see you back here again next Monday. Until then, be blessed. Bye.
Bye.